on How I Met a Millionaire. Found out he was paralyzed on our first date. Watched him get arrested in that same setting and now still fighting a case with him 3 years later.
Paralyzed on our first date.
Alright, hold up. Story time on How I Met a Millionaire. Found out he was paralyzed on the first date. Watched him get arrested in the same setting and now still fighting the case with him 3 years later. What? You was on the first date, you didn't even know the nigga. When you got money, that's what they'll do, huh? Nigga paralyzed. She just met him. One day. Still fighting the case with him. You knew him for a day. Man, bro. This finna be crazy. You fighting the case for a nigga you met one day. You can't make this up, man. Y'all go grab y'all some water or whatever it is y'all do. Y'all, you feel me? Watch my videos. If y'all light up y'all spliff, you feel me? Y'all drink, but you know, I prefer y'all go get y'all some water. You hear me? Or some celery juice. Or maybe a Celsius. Celsius, man. Send me. I ain't gonna put it on there yet because y'all got to send me that sponsorship, man. Y'all playing Celsius. Stop playing. Send that sponsorship. I'm going to Prime. You feel? I'm gonna wait on y'all a little longer. I'm signing with Jake Paul. Not signing with him. I'm saying I promote the product. I ain't signing with nobody. You feel me? But yeah, but look at the video.
Okay, so boom. I was a manager at Smoothie King, so I was working one day and this guy had came through the drive-thru and he had a decked out truck. I'm talking about truck nice as hell, brand new truck, wheels sitting. It just used to be, it was just everything, okay? And he had swagger. Like, I'll say he wasn't just like the most attractive, but he wasn't ugly either. But his demeanor and his persona is what made him attractive too. On top of, you know, his car and everything else that he was riding. And I didn't even know he was a millionaire at this time though. Like, I'm just going off of the vibes that he come through the energy to drive through it. So this man used to come through the drive-thru every day. Like, he used to get the same order. Like, I know his order by heart. He used to get a large vanilla Hulk, extra butter pecan ice cream, extra protein, and add vanilla yogurt too. Like, all this gonna make sense. So cool. After days and days then led up to almost weeks of him coming through the drive-thru, of course we've established a relationship because I'm a manager. So the way I ran my store, I had relationships with all of my customers because they were consistent customers. Like the Smoothie King that I ran, like those customers always came to my location. So because of the fact that he was a consistent customer and we had established a relationship, over that period of time, I had started to notice patterns about him, like just from him coming through the drive-thru. Like he always came through the drive-thru with this high, vibrant energy, but I could tell too that he had days where he was down and stuff. But, you know, I didn't really think too much of it at the time because, again, he's just a customer. Like, I'm not overthinking it. I'm just like, okay, it's cool. He having a good day today and he having a bad day today tomorrow. But his bad days wasn't just, like, super bad days. But y'all know when we go through a drive-thru, when we order food, whether we talking to the person that's taking our order or whether we're the person giving our order, we can tell through a person's tone whether or not they got an attitude or whether they don't want to be at work or, you know, such and such. So cool. So cool, the ups and downs, keep that in mind. So anywho, one of those days, he finally ended up like asking me for my number or giving me his number. I'm not sure exactly which one, but we exchanged numbers. And that same day, he hit me up once I got off work and was like, what you doing? I want to take you on a date. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what? We want a date? Like, at the time I was dating, so bitch, I can wait to go on a date. So y'all, it's important that y'all keep in mind that this customer always came through my drive-thru. I never seen him come into my store. I always had my encounters with him via the drive-thru. And I was a manager. So at all times, I always had a headset on my head. Whether I was in the drive-thru window or I was in the back office doing inventory or whatever the case may have been, I could always hear what was going on in my store. So whether I was in the back office and I would hear him come on the intercom, I would know if he was there because, like I said, I was the type of manager that gained relationships with my customers. So I knew voices. I knew which customers was who. I knew times that my customers would come. So cool. Just keep in mind that I never seen him outside of the car. He was in the drive-thru all the time. So cool. We texting. We planning a time for the date. He told me to be ready. This, that, blah, 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 blah. He was like, do you want me to pick you up or do you want to drive? Now, if you know me, I'm a real passenger princess. Like, I love to drive too, but I love to be chauffeured. So I was just like,
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. I hate driving. Y'all, if you see me in public, you'll probably see my wife driving me. And a lot of times it's because I can't see. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but my eyes ain't that. You feel me? Sometimes I be seeing double. I be like, bro, I be in a car and I feel like if somebody in the passenger side, I'm like, bro, your life might be at risk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't like driving.
as much as I wanted to drive, I just was like, you know what? I've been working all day. You can come get me. Like, okay, so boom. I'm getting ready. I dropped the low. He pulls up on time to the low. Now, keep in mind that I had dropped my location like 2 buildings up from my actual apartment building. So I end up having to like walk up to him to get in the truck. I don't know. It was just like a safety thing. Like, I mean, granted, he knew where I stayed, but he didn't know exactly where. But anywho, he ended up seeing me walk up and was like, why you drop your low all the way up here, da-da-da. And I'm just telling him, blah, 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 cool. So y'all, backtrack just a little bit. As I'm walking up to the car, of course, you know me, passenger princess, I'm expecting him to get out and open my door. He opened my door, but he opened my door from inside the car. Like, he was in the car, opened the door and pushed it open, and I just jumped in and closed it myself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, it's a red flag, but I'm still not overthinking it. Because as soon as he opened the door, like, he just smelled good. As soon as I got in, it was flowers. I seen blunts roll. Like, it was just the vibe. Ooh. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Ooh. So we get to driving.
Flowers and blunts roll? That's what you gotta do for hood chicks. I don't think I ever been with a girl who smoked weed. Let me see. Nah. I never had the luxury of having blunts roll for a chick. I think that's just a hood thing, right? I don't know. I might be tweaking out, but I never dated a chick who smoked.
Down the block or whatever. And y'all, like, literally, as we were about to hop on the expressway, this man literally just turned to me and started, like, pouring his heart out. Like, literally started his sentence with, I want to tell you something. So I'm like, okay, what's up? He like, I'm a millionaire. But I'm a millionaire because...
Story time.
Alright, yeah. Now we're gonna go to part 2. Well, I also want to say, ain't nothing wrong with if a woman smoke weed. Like, that, I'm not saying, I'm just saying I never dated a woman who smoked. You feel me? But if you do that, that's cool. You feel me? If my wife smoked weed, I wouldn't give a crap. That's just that, you know.
Okay, y'all, this is part 2 of how I met a millionaire. Found out he was paralyzed on our first date. Watched him get arrested in that setting and still fighting a case with him to this day. Anywho, so cool. He like, I'm a millionaire. But I'm a millionaire because I was in a car accident with an 18-wheeler. And of course, the 18-wheeler was at fault. And he was injured in that accident. So he got, we just gonna say $1 million from that accident. Boom. And that's not literal. That's just to say that he definitely got $1 million from the truck accident. Cool. In that accident, he was hurt. So, of course, he had to go into surgeries and different things like that. But in the process of him getting surgery done, one of the doctors that operated on him basically did some fraudulent SHIT.
What?
So cool. One of the doctors ended up doing some fraudulent shit and basically tried to say that he needed to have another surgery done that basically he really didn't need. And when he went under for that operation, whatever they did ended up paralyzing him.
What?
So his original injuries that he sustained from the actual 18-wheeler accident yes, he was hurt, but it wasn't detrimental to his health. Like, it didn't change his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have been able to be okay. He would have still been able to walk had the doctors not went in and said that he needed another operation that completely changed his life. So cool. He got $1 million from the actual accident involving the 18-wheeler, and then boom, the doctors end up doing some fraudulent SHIT on him, and he sued them too and got so again, I just got in the car with him. Like, my apartments to the expressway wasn't more than a good 4 to 5 minutes. So this is fresh, and I'm literally sitting here like, so you're paralyzed? And he's like, yeah, I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed from the waist down. I can't walk. I can't feel my toes. I can't feel my private area.
That's what I was just gonna ask. I'm like, bro, can you actually? Oh no, bro. I couldn't even take, bro. Condolences to Buddy though, straight up. But I know you're a millionaire, but not being able to use that thing is detrimental. Like, how can you fix that? Like, we gotta, man, that's crazy. I feel like so bad for Buddy, man. Straight up.
I can't have kids. I can't feel when I have to shit. He doesn't know when he has to shit, which is why he doesn't consume like whole foods for real, which is why he was always at Smoothie King getting smoothies, because he never knew when he had to use the restroom. So because of that, if he did have to use the restroom, he didn't want to just be, I guess, shit, a whole lot of shit, it's just smoothies. But not only is that the reason why he always eats smoothies, that's the reason why he always was in the drive-thru, Drea, duh! He couldn't walk in the store. So, y'all,
Crazy.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at me because, like, none of this didn't, like, ding a bell in your head. But no, because, I mean, shit. If I had the option to go through the drive-thru, I wouldn't walk in either. Like, that's what the drive-thru is for. I never walk into a store unless I just really want to walk in the store. So, no, I didn't. No bell dinged in my head. Like, no bell dinged in my head at all. So I'm sitting there and I'm just in an uncomfortable space, but he's still such a sweet person and the vibes is there. And at this point, I did not drive. I let him come and get me. So what I'm gonna do? Tell him like, oh no, turn around, take me back. Like, we here now. So cool. It is what it is at this point. Enjoy the ride. Go eat the free food, Drea. And I don't know. Well, cool. So we just continue to drive or whatever. We end up going to, I don't even know if I can say the restaurant or should say the restaurant, because of the fact that we are fighting a case against them. But it's not like, it don't matter. We end up going to a spot, and the spot was downtown Atlanta, and it's actually one of my favorite spots. So when he said that, I was like, cool, like, that's sweet. Like, I was dating, but I was really sneaking and geeking too, so it was like, cool, ain't nobody gonna see me, you know what I'm saying? So we pull up to the spot, y'all. When we pull up to the spot, I mean, yeah, on the way there, he had told me he was paralyzed. Like, of course, I knew that, but I do know a lot of paralyzed people too that can still like operate on their own, So because of the fact that I know paralyzed people that can operate on their own, and I'm talking about everything, and be moving faster than me with 2 legs, I almost shitted some bricks when this man told me to get out the car, come around, and pull his wheelchair out. Now, if you know me, I am 5'1". I've been 5'1" my whole life, y'all. I'm this little. I'm petite as hell.
I can tell she's
all of 120 pounds, maybe 125 at the time, because I was a little thick, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a very petite girl. This man asked me to get out the car and pull his wheelchair out for him.
Ain't what's wrong with that?
You don't know how to pull your wheelchair out? So
man, you can't pull a wheelchair. Man, bro, these women hard-hearted, bro. She could have pulled a child, man. At
this point, I'm just like, this can't be life. Like, I just can't believe this is happening to me. Like, I just can't believe this. And no, way, shape, or form am I judging or trying to make fun of, or whatever other synonyms for judging I need to say, people with disabilities. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very humble being. Like, you can have it all today and life can change for you tomorrow. So I, in no way, shape, or form am I saying this, but imagine my surprise encountering this on a first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I had just got out of a freshly got out of a relationship that I had been in for almost 4 years. I was healing, and like I said, I was dating, but little shit like that will literally just trigger you. Like, I'm talking about, I literally could have just broke down crying in that moment, but me trying not to make him feel bad, I just was going with the flow and trying to just get through the date. So y'all probably asking, like, well, did you get out and get the wheelchair for him? As much as I wanted to be like, no, like, you don't know how to grab your wheelchair and get your wheelchair out, I just was like, you know what, Drea, like, try to be optimistic, try to be transparent, and kind of put yourself in his shoes and just help him, because you never gonna see him again after this. Like, that's what I had told myself in my head, you know. But yes, I did get out, and I went around to the driver's side back seat, and I pulled the wheelchair out for him. And once I pulled the wheelchair out, he did everything else on his own. Like, he pulled his little cushion out, connected the little feet things, hooked himself up, jumped down, closed his door, grabbed his gun, put it underneath his wheelchair. Remember that he grabbed his gun and put it underneath his wheelchair. Remember that. That's an important part. And shit, we rolled on in. We going to eat. So we roll on in the restaurant, and we go up to the receptionist stand, and I, asked them, can we get 2 seats or whatever? And the lady told us that it was going to be like a wait. Like, I'm talking about a big wait. I want to say it was almost like a 2-hour wait damn near. And so I'm like, nah, because at this particular restaurant, I didn't even like to eat on the side where he wanted to sit at for real. Because I just never do, because I go to that restaurant all the time. So I'm like, nah, we could sit on the other side at the bar or whatever like that. And just so happened, it literally was like 2 seats at the bar. But I ain't gonna lie, I instantly was like, well, fuck, can he sit at the bar? Because he was in a wheelchair. But I don't know, these just thoughts that's going through my head. But clearly he sits at the bar. Like, he pulled his wheelchair on the side, pushed the stool, popped himself up in the thing at the bar, and cool. So now we're sitting at the bar about to order food. So of course I go to this restaurant all the time, and I'm hungry. It's a little late. I had been at work all day, so I'm ready to eat. So I'm like, I know what I want. You know what you want? He like, yeah. So cool. The bartender come to the bar. I'm like, hey friend, because again, I come to this spot all the time. He know me. I'm like, da 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 da. I need this. I need that. Can I get a lemon drop and whatever else I had got? And he got something too, and he had got like a little non-alcoholic beverage. Okay, cool. Now backtrack just a little bit. Remember I told y'all when we was getting out of the car, he had put his gun under his cushion in his wheelchair. So when we got to the bar, of course he couldn't sit at the bar because it's a high top in his wheelchair, because he would have been too low. So he pulled his wheelchair on like the side, and he hopped up into one of the bar stools that sat at the bar. Now when he did that, he took his gun from underneath the cushion in his wheelchair and put it on his person, like on the side where people, carry their weapons. And we was sitting down. So cool. At this point, we've been sitting at the bar like 20-30 minutes. We don't order food, drinks. We got our drinks. We talking, we vibing. Like, that's what it is. One of the waitresses at the restaurant decides that she was going to approach the guy that I was with and tell him that he could not have his weapon in there. Clearly she had done walked past us like 3-4 times, and she did, because I watched her, and I really feel like she was kind of looking for an issue, because I go into that restaurant all the time and I know her. She has kind of like a really nasty attitude, doesn't have the best customer service, but she been working there a long time, and that restaurant is the restaurant in Atlanta that like fluctuates employees all the time. Like, they're an up and down restaurant. It's been a lot with them. They've had different managers over the last few years. Like, it's just been a whole thing with them. So because of that, they keep her, you know what I'm saying? And she's been there so long, so she feel like she got seniority and she could just do what she wants. Okay, y'all.
Wait, I gotta give y'all some game. It's crazy because I do got a little story time with it. I'm gonna probably tell at the end about a situation that I was supposed to be going, got catfish. I'll tell it to y'all later. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Especially us black folks. What part was that? That was part 2. All right, we're going to part 3. But us black folks, bro, y'all gotta be careful how you treat people, cause you never know who that person might be. I always tell my wife that. That's why I'm always polite to waiters, whoever. Because you never know who they may be. I'm always polite to the poorest people, whoever. You never know who they might be. You never know. Treat everybody equal and everybody the same. Just like her with that bad attitude, she probably missed out on so many blessings because she had a bad attitude. Point blank, bro. A lot of y'all talking about, oh, I ain't friendly. It sounds cool. It sounds so cool. I ain't friendly. Well, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. Because you not being friendly, guess what? That's going to stop a blessing from you from talking to somebody that could have elevated you. You feel what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm friendly. I want to talk to people. I want to know what y'all got going on. You might help me get to the next level. Y'all got to stop with all that hood dumb stuff. It's just dumb. Oh, I ain't friendly. I don't even talk to niggas. Man, all right. That's why y'all broke now. Not y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get back to the story.
So y'all, this is part 3 of How I Met a Millionaire. Found out he was paralyzed on our first date. Watched him get arrested in that same setting and still fighting a case with him 3 years later. So cool. Yeah, she always just feel like she could do what she want to do. So she proceeds to tell him that he can't have his weapon in here. And he proceeds to tell her that he can, because he's a licensed gun holder and he don't see no signs as to where no weapons are not prohibited and such and such. So she tells him that, true, there are no signs that says weapons aren't permitted, but this is private property and you can't carry weapons on private property per Georgia law, I'm assuming. So she going back and forth with him, he going back and forth with her, and he ain't budging. Like, he like, BITCH, I'm not taking my gun off of me. I'm carrying my gun on me. Like, it's nothing that says that I can't have my gun. I don't see nothing that says I can't have my gun, so I'm not taking my gun off me. So she walks away. A few seconds later, she walks back up and she has the police with her. So the police tells him that this is private property and that he can't have his gun. So he like, why? And so the police trying to explain to him, like, blah, 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 this is that. So the man, the guy I'm with is basically telling the police, like, well, I'm not doing anything. I don't feel like nobody is threatening. Like, she's basically picking a fight with me. She could have kept pushing. She saw me when I walked in and I had my gun on me. Like, she's just trying to find an issue. So at this point, the police officer is just like, look, I'm not going back and forth with you. You can't have a gun here on private property. So either take it to the car or y'all got to leave the restaurant. So he hops down off the bar stool and back into his wheelchair, and he angrily rolls. I was finna say walks. He angrily rolls out of the restaurant, and I'm assuming that he went to put his gun up. I did not go with him, so I cannot testify that he actually put the gun in the car, but he left out the restaurant. So my assumption is that he went to put the gun up. A few moments later, he ends up rolling back in and pops back into his bar stool seat, and we proceed to eat our dinner. So y'all, as we eating, the guy that I was with just could not let this go. So rewind back to when I told y'all how when he used to come through the drive days.
Sorry guys, I'm OCD, bro. Like, I be seeing, like, cause I get all this stuff on my black desk and it's just like be bothering me, bro. I gotta get me a white desk. I be tweaking.
Drive-through. Some days he would come through the drive-through super happy, and then other days I could tell that he had some little loose screws and he was having ups and downs and this and that. So clearly he always having ups and downs because of the situation that he's in now in life. He's on
100%.
a million medications that he takes day in and day out that keeps him unsteady in his mental state. Let's just say that. So he gets to flying. Like, he gets to flipping and flying out. Like, when he walked back in from putting that gun up and we were sitting there eating, this man could not even consume his food because now it was his dire mission to insult this black woman. Like, literally, from the time he sat back down to the time we walked out, he just antagonized her. So, yeah, now he decides he just gonna mess with this lady. So, every time she walked by, he calling her all type of BITCHs and HOEs and everything under the book. So at this point, she feels the need to antagonize him back and uses her seniority and her power that she has at the restaurant.
Wait, I want to know why she said black woman though. She like, he felt like he need to do this to a black. Nah, don't say black. Rude woman. She was rude. You know what I'm saying?
And asked the police to kindly ask us to leave in the middle of us eating our dinner. So the police officer walks back over to the guy that I'm with and is like, what's up, man? Like, just leave the lady alone. Like, just eat your food. Calm down. Like, it's going to be okay. But he like, nigga, fuck you too. Like, like, I'm talking about literally just going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth. I'm talking about going back and forth with the police to the point where the police before I knew it, the police had grabbed his chair, y'all, and like yanked him back from the bar and was like, all right, let's go. Like, you gotta go. Like, it's time for you to go. Pack your food up, this, that, blah, blah. So I'm like, sir, please, like, just 1 second. Allow me to package our food and pay for the food and this, that, blah, blah, blah. Because, mind you, we were just in the middle of eating. Like, we haven't even fully started to consume our food. Like, they had just set our food down right when they asked him to go put the gun in the car. So he like, yeah, y'all hurry up and pay for y'all food. Y'all gotta go. So in the middle of me putting the food in the boxes, he puts his card down on the check. My friend at the bar, he, like I said, he know me. If y'all remember what I said, he know me. So he looking at me like, friend. I'm like, friend, I'm sorry. I did not know that I was coming out with a little screw. Seriously. But anywho, we pay for our tab, package the boxes up. We getting up to leave. So he hops in his wheelchair. As we rolling out, the police is, of course, walking behind us because the guy that I'm with is popping so much that stuff that the police just want to escort him off the property to make sure that it ain't going to be no more issues. Like, let me just escort y'all to the car and make sure y'all get off the premises properly without any problems. So we walking out. We roll down the ramp. Of course, he's handicapped, so we was parked right in front of the restaurant, like, right in front. Like, as soon as you roll off the ramp, his car right there. Like, you roll into the car. So as we roll into the car, I'm not gonna lie, the guy that I was with really had kind of just like calmed down at this point. Like, we leaving, he kind of was just over it. As we walk into the car, now the police officer decides he gonna antagonize the guy that I was with. Why he decides to do this as we was walking out the restaurant, I don't know, because honestly and truthfully, he didn't even get that book with him inside the restaurant. Like, the guy that I was with was really obstructing the officer and being very irate, which is what had bothered me, because the police officer was like, bro, just chill. Like, you took the gun outside. Like, you can't have it. It's private property. Like, just chill, eat your food, enjoy your day, and just let it be that. But he just would not let it go. Like, he just really was mad that he had to go outside and put his gun in the car. So cool. The police officer now decides that I guess he want to get butt with the man. Like, you know, like, he like, shit, you been popping your guns, so now I'm finna pop my guns. Like, let's go. So the man starts to, you know, take apart his wheelchair and start putting pieces of it in the car so that we can get in the car. Mind y'all, he asked me to help him take the wheelchair out. So when we got back right there, of course he needed my help to put the wheelchair back in. So we're standing literally on the driver's side of the car. This is the car. This is the ramp that you roll out to, meaning that this is the front door. So the police is standing at the front door, literally still standing up to the man as we trying to take apart his wheelchair and get in the car. Mind y'all, the police officer had him leap out of the restaurant and go and take his gun back to the car. So now you know that he armed and he got a gun. Of course, you feeling like he being irate and he doing too much. So now you start to abuse your power. You already followed us out the restaurant and started antagonizing us. And now you're starting to abuse your power. So he starts to walk up on us. Me, at this time, this was 3 years ago, we dealing with the shit with all the police and the black people. So I instantly just started recording because, of course, I had my phone in my hand. So he's approaching us, and I'm like, please, sir, like, don't approach us. Just back up. I'm getting him in the car. At the same time as I'm telling him that, I'm telling the guy I'm with, like, just be quiet. Like, please, just be quiet. Get in the car. Like, I'm calling his name. I'm like, get in the car. Like, just get in the car. Now, to know me is to know I don't be with all that rah-rah. Like, I really kick it by my lonely. And so when I go out with a man, I expect the man to be on his best behavior. Like, don't embarrass me. Like, don't embarrass me. I'm not with that rah-rah stuff. I do not be with that drama stuff. I'm not with that loud hood alley like, I'm not with it.
I ain't really, y'all know, I do not like none of that gangster stuff. I will slap you though. Like, you feel me? I don't like gangster stuff or none of that. But I will slap somebody. Like, if you really, I'm not gonna talk. You feel me? If you want to do that, I'll slap you real quick, you know. But I hate that gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? I hate it, bro. I don't want to be around it, you know. But if I have to slap you, I will. If I have to, you know.
I don't want to. I'm not with people who like embarrass you at the restaurants, who talk to the waiters and stuff any kind of way. Like, I just don't be with that. So, baby, red flag, red flag, red flags. Like, on top of the biggest red flag that I shouldn't even came to here, because as soon as I got in the car, you told me he was paralyzed. Like, it's just all type of red flags. Like, get your ass in this car. So he's still proceeding to get in the car, but again, he in a wheelchair, so it's just taking time. On top of the fact that we got the police behind us antagonizing us, and he clearly got a loose screw and just ain't going. So now it's becoming a real situation. So the guy that I'm with has taken apart most of the wheelchair at this point and put most of it into the car. He grabs the cushion that he sits on, throws it into the seat, and grabs under the seat to kind of push himself up onto the seat. Remember, he had went and put the gun back in the car. Clearly, he just went and put the gun right there on the floor under the seat where the police could see it. So when he did that, before I knew it, the police officer was just like, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Step away from the car. But he can't step away from the car. So before I know it, the police officer had done count. So y'all, this.
Dang, bro, buddy, paralyzed and unhinged. Imagine if he wasn't paralyzed, nigga, be extra unhinged. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. Buddy is on another level. Straight up.
Okay, y'all, so this is part 4 of How I Met a Millionaire. Found out he was paralyzed on our first date. Watched him get arrested in that same setting and still fighting the case with him. And pardon me, because I didn't even realize that I didn't finish the story time. And your girl done took a whole vacation for 48 hours. So before I continue doing all my other content, let me wrap this up. So boom, before I knew it, the police had done ran over there and like literally yoked him up out the wheelchair and threw him on the ground. So at this point, I am irate. I'm like, no, he's paralyzed. And all I can remember screaming is, he's paralyzed, he's paralyzed. Mind y'all, I had told y'all I instantly started recording because we in a time where it was a lot going on with the police and black men and cops shooting black men. So my camera's still on. Like, yes, y'all, I have a whole video of this whole situation. Y'all probably wouldn't believe me. And pause. I don't know why I keep looking to the side because y'all are right here. But yeah, I'm just screaming, he's paralyzed. Stop. Like, stop. You can't do that to him. And he's screaming, yeah, you about to lose your job. It's over with. I got a lawsuit. And I'm just like, oh, he just the king of lawsuits, huh? In the midst of that, my phone dies. So I grabbed his phone off the front seat because he had put all his belongings into the car, remember? I continue recording. At this point, the police done paged a million other police. And before I knew it, the whole entire restaurant was swarmed with the police department. You know what? Fuck it, Atlanta Police Department. I'm talking about lights. Everybody from inside the restaurant coming outside the restaurant. Now everybody got their cameras out because they just knowing it's gonna be a whole situation. The police, a black man, guns. Oh yeah, it definitely was about to be a Jet 2 holiday. So it was this girl that was at the bar when we were in there eating that I had some type of conversation with. Her and her friend ran out there and ran straight up to me and was just like, are you okay? So I'm like, no, my phone did. Can I please see your phone real quick? Like, I need to call my best friend. So my best friend at the time lived literally like 5 minutes away from the restaurant. And I knew that if I called him, he was going to come. So I called him and I'm like, I need you to pull up right now. I'm on a date. The guy done got arrested. Like, it's a whole situation. Just pull up, no questions asked. Literally about 5 to 7 minutes later, my friend pulls up. So I run over to the car with him. And as soon as I got in the car, y'all, I just laid on his shoulder and started crying. And he just held me. And he was like, it's going to be okay. And I was like, no, it's not. My love life sucks. I just remember telling him, like, I shouldn't even be dating. I just got out of a relationship. Like, this is some bullshit. So, anywho, now that I had a support system there, I go back over to check on the guy because at this point they have put him on the ground, put him in handcuffs, and put him in the back of the police car. I think I skipped some parts, but yeah, y'all know. Once he had done got on the ground, the police had put his knee in his back like every typical cop does to a black man. And was trying to restrain him and saying that he was obstructing, but in all reality he wasn't. He's paralyzed. He couldn't even really move for real. So I walk up to the police car and I ask him, like, you good? Like, you good? Like, you need me to do anything? He like, yeah, get my keys. He started taking off all his jewelry and everything. He giving me his jewelry. He like, get my keys, just drive it to your house. Like, when I get out, I'm gonna come get it. He give me his phone. He tell me the passcode to his phone. He like, call my lawyer. He got a lawyer on speed dial. As soon as I called the lawyer answered the phone and was like, such and such, you good? He like, put him on speaker. So I put him on speaker. He like, nah, I'm not good. I'm at such and such restaurant in Atlanta and I'm getting arrested. So the lawyer like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head down there and start doing what I gotta do, you know? Like, clearly he's on retainer and he already know what he gotta do when it comes to this guy. So I hangs up the phone. He tells me to take his phone. He gave me all his belongings. And he was like, just drive my car home and I'll come get it later. We still sitting in the parking lot at this point. We probably had been sitting out there for about 30 minutes. So I'm just sitting in the car with my friend and we just talking. So I'm telling him, like, yeah, this guy just gave me all his stuff. Like, he want me to drive his car home. This, that. And my friend, like, what the hell? So at the same time as my friend saying, what the hell, I think the guy kind of instantly, like, thought about the fact, too, that he don't know me. Like, yeah, he be coming through my drive-thru. And this our first date, but he don't know me. Like, he damn near had just took off almost $500,000 worth of jewelry. He gave me the keys to a decked out, brand new truck. And I had all his belongings at this time. So I think he kind of came to his senses and was like, damn, this girl could literally just take all my shit and run off. But me being me and the type of girl that I am, I would never do that anyway.
Bro, you know, I thought that. Cause when I looked at her, what's her name? Drea, this chick, I just know she got a good spirit. I could tell. I told you my vibes don't lie. From when I heard, I said, she a good lady for real. You feel me? And luckily, he gave that money that jury to her. Because if it had been somebody else, pawn shop, hey, that jury would have been gone. You hear me?
On top of that, this man know where I work. And I just dropped him the low to my house. So I would never... It actually didn't cross my mind one time to do anything ill towards him. Like, it just didn't give that. So cool. In the next 10 minutes before I knew it, he had done called me back over to the police car and he was like, one of my friends finna pull up or whatever, like, just give him all my stuff and I'll just hit you when I get out. So cool. I sit there for about 5-10 more minutes. The friend ends up pulling up getting his stuff. I get in the car with my friend and we pull off. So I ride with my friend to his house and we just chilling at this point. Like, I'm still in shock. I'm still crying a little bit. I'm still out of my body a little bit because I'm just can't believe that this shit's happened to me. Like, what? Not even the situation about the guy having the police surround us and draw guns on us. I'm talking about the fact that I just went on a date with a paralyzed guy. Like, I just could not fathom this. Nor the fact that he just got us into a whole situation at my favorite restaurant, had the police surround us with guns drawn, and got himself arrested. So yeah, that ends the story of date night. And I can assume y'all know now why I'm fighting the case with him 3 years later because he decided to press charges. And now it's a whole situation. And because I was there and I was involved and I was on the police report, I'm technically involved in the case. I know y'all probably wondering, okay, so cool, when he got out, what did he do?
Crazy.
He ended up getting out a day later and he called me. I ain't answer though. I didn't answer, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little mad. I was a little mad because he too damn old not to know how to control his emotions. Like, that had really ticked me off. And I was just so embarrassed. Like, I don't know if I was embarrassed about the fact that I was already on a date with a guy that was paralyzed. And I can be accountable and say that. Or transparent more so. Or was I embarrassed about the fact that the police really had us surrounded with guns drawn on us? All because you did not know how to control your emotions as a grown man. Anywho, he didn't stop calling. And I didn't stop answering. But of course, he knew where I worked. So eventually, he came to the store, guys. And guess what? Please guess what happened when he came to the store. I bet y'all can't guess what. Like,
what?
I think I might need to draw this into part 5 because...
Man, bro, come on, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. This man pulls up to the store. And this time, he didn't come through the drive-thru. He walks in. Yes, he walks in. Just like or comment or subscribe down below for part 5. It gets deeper. Okay, y'all, so this is how I met a millionaire.
What? Wait, hold up. She don't even got a part 5. So you telling me I gotta wait on part 5, bro? Bro, come on, bro. This nigga done walked in, though. But that was it. We gotta wait till she dropped part 5, guys. Y'all know I don't like doing videos where I gotta do a part 2. But we might have to do a part 2 just to finish the part 5. She ain't dropped it yet, guys. It ain't my fault. You feel me? But the crazy part is Buddy walked in, so Buddy was faking. She gotta drop that part 5, man. She playing. Hey, y'all go support Drea. She got 487 followers. Hey, y'all get her to 1,000 followers on TikTok. Those of y'all who watch TikTok, so this her TikTok, Drea. I don't know. I like this. I don't even know her, but y'all go get her to 1,000. She seems like she's a good person. But dang, should I do? That's 41 minutes. Should I do the story time? I don't know. We already 41 minutes in. Nah, I'll do it tomorrow next video when I tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all 2 story times when I got catfish back in my younger days. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching the video, man. See you guys next video. Always remember, be safe out there, kings and queens. And I also will be like when we pass 100 subs, I will start going live for y'all so I can interact with you guys. But I ain't even gonna lie to you. I know I've been procrastinating, but I literally don't know how to go live and actually record at the same time. That's the reason I haven't been going live, because I don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm literally going to go to Best Buy and I'm going to have one of them technicians to literally teach me how to do it so I can go live to you guys. Told you, I'm old 32. I started doing YouTube 2 years ago. You feel me? Not knowing nothing about YouTube. Just uploading. The way I do my videos is still the old-fashioned way. On my iPhone, screen record. And then I take CapCut on my iPhone. Send the video from my computer, airdrop to my iPhone, edit on my iPhone, everything on my iPhone. I don't even know all this new ways that stuff costing that. And I don't know how to do none of that, bro. Straight up. That's the reason I ain't been going live. But I'm going to learn for you guys. But yeah, man, see you guys next video. Always remember, be safe, kings and queens. Let's get it, man.